WeChat sounded a beep. Open a look is the nearby people to add me. The gender display for female netizens. The name is Lonely as Snow. Curious, I clicked agree. Then Lonely as Snow sent a text message. Little brother, not yet asleep ah. The net name of the goldenrod. I gave her back to the past message. No, you are lonely as snow. Nearby people chanting. Person is lonely, cannot sleep, want to find someone to talk about. Just chat, not a few sentences. She even sent a face mosaic seduction photos, body level great. And then is a paragraph text, brother like it. Person late at night lonely, so want to be loved. Although my body today was emptied of the slightest bit of gas, but the strange woman's body is full of temptation for me. Think about it. Back past the message. So beautiful woman, should not be no one love it. Lonely as Snow sent 3 shy expression, followed by a paragraph of text. Hey. I have no friends, not to mention male friends. She hooked up with the desire. I glanced at his wife sleeping sweetly, got up and came to the bathroom, took a picture and sent it over. First take a look at it, temporarily alleviate the loneliness. Anyway, it's on the internet. I'm also thief-proof self. Subsequently this net name Lonely as Snow woman sent a video with mosaic dynamics, rather than pictures. Although but cannot see the face, but that fragrant picture seriously stimulate my brain. From time to time issued a strange voice, sounds a little familiar, a moment but cannot think of who is. By this strange woman to stimulate the body parched and unbearable, then once again took a picture and sent it over. Lonely as Snow, sister so like, brother so good. I do not believe her lies, not been developed and still so spirited. Knowing that the other party has some intention, I still enjoy teasing her. To her sent over the message, pretending to be a pure love little man, asked her about it. Soon, Lonely as Snow again sent a message, about brother wants sister have, such as brother see sister will be satisfied. Chad here, kind of understand this net name Lonely as Snow woman is doing leather business, but look at that double S-shaped body, even if I such late night hunters have rarely seen. The topic of the two is getting deeper and deeper. I slightly tricked to open her heart. She began to talk to me about nothing. This woman seems to be attracted by my charm, with the voice sent a very coy voice, full of temptation said that I want to let me hold her. After hearing this woman's voice, my body was struck by lightning. Before that, I thought it sounded familiar, this woman I recognize. I not only know her, but also with her bitter hatred. This net name Lonely as Snow woman is actually take away my department manager position Sujia. This little bitch just came to the company not long, and general manager Xiaoping the old man hooked up. Only a few days ago she was just promoted to team leader. Natural Spring, twisting her slender waist, came to my side, looked me up and down twice, said, "You are Wang Yu." She measured me at the same time I also measured her. This woman although not long to the company, but is a famous vixen. Her body was plump and shapely, eye-catching to the extreme. The team leader dared to run to the minister's office so unreasonably, I should have been angry. But her stunning face value and proud body actually made me spineless and unable to get angry. I didn't hide the aggression in my eyes and nodded, saying, "It's me, what's the matter?" Sujia didn't care about my gaze with aggression. Instead, she purposely straightened her proud capacity. "General Manager Zhao asked me to tell you that you've been dismissed." Hearing this news, I still didn't believe it. I deserve a lot of credit for the company being able to have today. Xiaoping even wanted to dismiss me. There must be something fishy in this. Sweeping a glance at the flamboyant Sujia, she entered Xiaoping's office 7 or 8 times a day, and every time Xiaoping came out with his legs trembling. It's just a fool who knows why I was dismissed. "Ha, where's the reason? On what grounds do you dismiss me?" I knew it in my heart, but I still couldn't help but ask a question. "On what grounds?" "On the basis that I want to sit in your position as department manager." "Do you have a problem with that?" Sujia swept a glance at me, contempt in her eyes. Hearing the commotion, many of the employees couldn't help but lean over the glass door to peek. Hadn't realized the gravity of the situation at the time. A tiny team leader dared to run into my department manager's office to spread her wildness. I naturally couldn't endure it and fiercely slapped her. "What kind of a thing are you? How dare you spread your wildness in my office? Get out." The employees who were guarding the door to watch the fun made way. It was Xiaoping who came over. I immediately proposed to Xiaoping to dismiss Sujia. Sack her, it's you who should be sacked. A letter of dismissal that had been drawn up in advance was dumped on me. At this moment, I was completely clear, just a little late to understand. This bitch grabbed me by my tie and taunted me for not having the eyes to try to fight her. I called her a bitch, trading her body for a position. Instead, she slapped me hard in front of everyone. A small team leader dared to slap the department manager in public, enough to see how arrogant Sujia was. People in the company are on my behalf, but everyone is afraid of Xiaoping. No one can help me. I have an old man and a small child, cannot resign, can only bear the pain from the minister transferred to the ordinary position. Sujia has Xiaoping this backing, in the whole company is simply like a fish out of water, flaunting the power. Every time you see me, you have to humiliate me, and even let everyone watch my jokes together. At this moment, looking at the message on WeChat, I was extraordinarily shocked, as if I had grabbed Sujia's lifeblood. I did not expect that this vixen and Xiaoping have an affair even if, but also do this kind of marketplace transactions, it is really the name of the people. But also some do not understand, this usually looks sour woman, a good main department manager not when why to do this kind of unseemly business. The department manager's annual salary is at least 800,000, completely counted as a high-income people. Is she looking for excitement? Or is it just a slutty personality? Or is she desperate for money? I don't know if there are other hidden reasons. In order to take revenge and also in order to investigate clearly why Sujia did this kind of unseemly hook, I continued to chat with her on some exposed topics. Sent a message to Sujia by text, brother, I am very powerful. I don't know how many men Sujia has experienced, but my capital is very favorite. Between the lines you can see that kind of urgent want to experience the feeling. She then pretended to be very difficult to look, really. You do not scare sister. Pretending to be innocent man to her back over the message, whether she believes it or not, do not worry, brother most painful sister, must let sister comfortable. Sujia saw my message directly sent a voice, could not hide the excitement that I really is a virgin, not only do not want my money will also give me a big red envelope, and will let me enjoy the world's most wonderful feeling. I told Sujia that he really is still a virgin, now and friends in my home to live it, some inconvenience, after a few days after the friends left I will contact her. I don't see eye to eye with her, if we just meet like this, we definitely can't get what we want. There had to be a way to punish this little bitch. But Sujia looked like she was full of desire for me, constantly tempting and seducing me with her voice, and she even sent a picture of the very place that makes every man yearn for it. If this hadn't happened, I wouldn't have dreamt that the beautiful goddess that my colleagues at the company were drooling over with desire would have just exposed her most precious side to me. My breathing started to become ragged, my body as hard as steel, itching to put this vixen on the spot. Sujia once again sent a message, brother, my sister is so hard right now, you didn't say anything about feeling sorry for me, I want to be soothed by you right now. I eagerly knocked a few words sent over, address sent over, brother also very difficult. Let Sujia how the temptation I will never meet with her, at least not now. I'm just joking with her to deliberately play with her, as a slight punishment for her. Because as long as I meet with her, everything will be exposed. If she knew that I was Wang Yu, she would not only not be a fish out of water with me, I am afraid that she would also sweep me out of the door. Good things come in small packages, and one day she will die at my hands. Ask her how long she has been doing this business, whether she has checked her body or anything, why she is doing this business, persuade her to stop earlier and so on. It is a traditional virtue of men to persuade women to leave the profession. Sujia even answered that I was her first customer, and only started doing this business yesterday, which I never believe. And she said she is healthy, smiling let me this little virgin assured that will not infect me with any disease, but why do this line she did not want to mention, making me even more curious. And she chatted for a while, she has been proposed to meet with me so that I can go to her residence, I did not expect her residence is actually the building behind me. I told her that I really can't go now, and when I have the opportunity, I will definitely go to support her business. In reality, some of the asobic Sujia in this virtual world is very gentle, although very visit, but I can feel that she is still some of the bottom line. Begging for a long time, only to be a snow-white photo of her, and as a full-body photo, saw her face. I confirmed the identity of Sujia. No wonder Xiaoping can be controlled by her in the palm of your hand. I have to say, this woman is really a beautiful thing. Those few revealing photos lingered in my mind all night, making me unable to sleep for a long time. At dawn, I finally came up with a good idea. Once I succeeded, not only would I be able to get my ministerial position back, but I would also be able to make this vixen willingly and sincerely submit to my knees. At noontime, taking advantage of the gap between Xiaoping and Sujia's meal, I went to Xiaoping's office on the second floor of the small building. This was my last chance. If Xiao's office door was locked or I didn't record anything useful, then I could only continue to be an ordinary laborer honestly and not be able to properly discipline that vixen Sujia. God bless. In apprehension, I opened the office door, and with a joyful heart, I quickly retrieved the pinhole camera that I had placed under my desk, and rushed out of Xiaoping's office. Put the camera in an imported bag, put it close to the body, and returned to the factory. My wife was originally also a team leader, because of my business was also transferred to the front line. She saw me mysterious, asked me to do what. I hemmed and hawed, let her wait to see the show, it will not take long to return to the original post. Back home at night, I inserted the Yo disc inside the computer. Opened the video, only to see Sujia stepped on the hateful Hai directly sitting on the body of Xiaoping the old guy. Because they put the camera under the desk, so they cannot shoot the upper body of the two people's movements, but they can hear the words of the two people talking. Wearing a skirt and over black socks, Sujia pouted at Xiaoping's old thing, asking him when in the world he would divorce and marry her. The old thing hemmed and hawed, and his next words almost made me lift the table. This old guy even wanted Sujia to help him hook up with my wife. The old guy also said that before in the way of my department manager's identity, has not dared to make a move on me. He has long coveted my wife for a long time. Suppressing the anger in my heart, I continued to stare at the video. My wife also hated her teeth when she saw this. I only heard silence for a moment. The two of them did not have a conversation, and leaning a little, Sujia unexpectedly squatted down her body. Sujia blocked the lower half of Xiaoping's old thing so tightly that the video could not see anything, but could hear Sujia swallowing her words. What I was afraid of was that there would be something in the video that was not suitable for my wife to see, which drove her back to the room. While serving Xiaoping, Sujia raised her head and said to Xiaoping, who was breathing a little heavily, "It's okay to let me hook her up for you, that guy Wang Yu has always been at odds with me, and it's not bad to cuckold him. But you can't have a new love and not want me." Sujia spoke to Xiaoping as if she was pampered, not to mention the old man, is that I now hear a ripple in my heart. This Sujia is really a vixen who knows how to arouse a man's desire. Xiaoping naturally was Sujia hooked up the evil fire, hands pressed Sujia's head said, "Of course not. You will always be my baby." Sujia heard her satisfactory answer and made strange noises in a vague manner. The next image was a bit exciting. The old guy couldn't suppress it and hugged Sujia. She exclaimed, it seemed like something cracked. It was a stocking, still black. I have a fondness for black silk, and although I can't see the whole picture very well, it makes my blood pound, and I'm already able to fantasize about the luscious scene in my mind. "Vixen, I just love the way you look in stockings, much better than that tigress in my house." "General Manager, you said that compared to me and your wife, whose body do you like more?" Sujia said intermittently, her mouth always popping up with those topics that excited Xiaoping. "That goes without saying, you're definitely better than that tigress." That tigress, even though she said that she's still young now, but how can she be as exciting as stealing it? About 3 minutes of time passed, the old thing body stopped shaking, took out a lighter and lit a cigarette. "3 times it's so fast, I just came to feel you end." Sujia's face was full of grudges and her mouth complained. "I didn't expect this vixen to have such a strong need. If it was me I would definitely be able to satisfy her." Xiaoping smiled awkwardly and said that his old body is not as good as it was back then. When he was young, he was able to fight all over the world. Sujia naturally did not believe it. "General Manager, you are also comfortable, promise me can be sure to do all." After the two of them were fully dressed, Sujia once again sat on Xiaoping's lap, and the two of them made love to each other. The wife walked out from the room, her complexion a bit flustered. "Husband, what should I do? Sujia invited me to go see a movie later. I suspect. I got up and took my wife's cell phone, telling her not to worry. There was no need to think, this bitch was definitely trying to ask to help Xiaoping ask my wife out, and when the time came, Xiaoping would definitely use her job as blackmail to force my wife to give in. Sujia sent another message, how's it going? I want to see today's movie so badly, so you'll accompany me. My wife looked flustered and didn't know how to answer. Why don't we change companies? I have a feeling they won't leave us alone. I took the phone and sent a direct message. No good, my husband is still at home. In fact, I deliberately excused myself. Seeing that my wife was hesitant, Sujia directly gave a promise that as long as my wife went to watch a movie with her, she would arrange for my wife to return to the position of team leader tomorrow. I immediately messaged back, you didn't lie to me, so send over the address. As a result, Sujia sent over a room number, and she told me that it was a private theater. I changed my clothes and was ready to go out to meet this goblin. My wife was worried that something would happen to me and stopped me from leaving. I assured her that nothing would happen, and that tomorrow I would be able to return to my position as minister, and she would be able to return to her position as team leader. After pacifying my wife, I followed the address given by Sujia to the door of the room. I heard the sound of someone exchanging words inside, so I didn't need to think about it to know that Zhao Gang, that son of a bitch, must be inside. I wasn't in a hurry to go in, but found a slightly hidden place to sit down. Sujia kept sending messages to my wife, urging her to go over earlier. I sat on the sofa and told her that there was traffic on the road and that I would be there soon. About 2 hours passed, Xiaoping finally lost his patience and walked out of the room with a resentful expression. Sujia was also furious, this bitch must have deliberately tricked us, she really ate her heart out. Enough, find any reason to let this bitch go tomorrow, give face. Xiaoping shrugged off his hand, not wanting to bother with it anymore. Seeing the ugly faces of these two guys, I hated my teeth and clenched my fists. Just wait, I will definitely make you guys lose your reputation and get out of the company. After Xiaoping left, Sujia grabbed her things and prepared to check out, but I pushed her into the room. The moment she saw me, her entire body froze. Wang Yu, why are you here, what do you want? Quickly, she realized that the message that was probably sent to my wife was intercepted by me. Wang Yu, even if I let you know, so what, it's your good fortune that the general manager can look at your wife. I advise you better go in front of the general manager tomorrow and apologize honestly, otherwise you guys are just waiting to roll away. This bitch's mental quality is also strong enough. Hooking up with someone else's wife was found out and she still didn't change her face. Relying on that son of a bitch Xiaoping, not only did she flaunt her power against me in the company, but she also wanted to put a green hat on me. I pressed towards her step by step, directly forced back to the bed. Sujia's complexion finally had some panic, seemingly guessing my intentions. What do you want to do? I'm Xiaoping's woman, you dare. If you dare to move me, I'll call the police. I directly threw her over on the bed with a slap. Bitch, still pretending in front of me, aren't you lonely as snow? Hearing these 4 words, Sujia also froze for a moment, and hastily hid the panic in her eyes. What lonely as snow? I don't know what you're talking about. As a department manager, if that kind of thing was exposed, she would not only lose her reputation, she would also be mercilessly abandoned by Xiaoping. The dream of trying to force her way into Xiaoping's wife would also go down the drain. I took out my cell phone without panic and clicked on some of the voice she sent me. About brother wants what sister has, when brother meets sister will definitely be satisfied. Sujia powerlessly paralyzed on the bed, you, who the hell are you? Obviously, she had sent this kind of message to more than just me, so naturally she didn't know who I was. Didn't you promise to go on a date with me? That's why you don't know who I am. Having been caught by me, she crawled towards me like a dead dog and hugged my thighs. Wang Yu, brother Yu, as long as you don't expose this matter to the public, I can return the minister's position to you. Please, can you delete the information? That's all? It doesn't seem to be enough. The humiliation she inflicted on me, the damage she did to me, and the harm she did to my wife can be turned over so lightly. At this time, I did not panic and clicked on the video of her and Xiaoping. At this moment, Sujia completely panicked. Say it, as long as you're willing to delete these, whatever you want me to do is fine. That depends on your sincerity. Sujia braced herself and came over towards me. This night, I turned my hand to the clouds and my hand to the rain, completely reducing Sujia to a prisoner, at my mercy. The next day, as I said, my wife and I returned to our original positions. With a handle, Xiaoping is also polite to our couple. And Sujia became a tool for my pleasure. Whenever I had a need, she had to come over. This is all her own self-inflicted, I will not pity at all. However, compared to Xiaoping's grass is taller than a tree thing, she was more keen on doing that kind of thing with me. Only I can fulfill her bottomless needs.